Alright, so one of the first things I noticed about the Sting that I didn't like is the fact that the headlight, there was no way to turn it off. As long as you had the key in the on position and you were riding the bike, the headlight was on. Didn't matter if it was night or day. I didn't like that I couldn't turn it off and that it was draining my battery even during the daytime when I didn't need it. So I went ahead and got a switch off of Amazon for it. I got this basic toggle switch, just basic on-off switch, nothing fancy. I chose to go with this one over the other popular one on there. You've probably seen it. It's like a digital one with a little LED blue light that lights up on it, just a little digital button instead of like a manual toggle switch. The reason I went with this one instead of that, I used to have these little blue like underglow lights under the glove box and like the seats in my truck and stuff, and where you would plug it in was a cigarette lighter, and it also had a little like LED on it that would light up blue, and it would blind me at night when I'd be trying to drive. It would shine right in my face when I would drive at night, and I ended up hating it so much that I actually just wrapped it in electric tape so I didn't have to see it anymore. I figured the same thing would probably happen if I was riding at night and had a big blue light shining in my face. But anyway, I'll put links to both of them in the description, the button and the same one that I got here. I can confirm that it does fit. This is a Surron style, or Surron was in the title when I ordered this. It was for a Surron, and I was nervous because I didn't know if the connector was going to be the same or not inside here, and I can confirm that it is, which is good because not only will your switches fit, that also means that any aftermarket headlights you get will also fit, because the stock headlight's kind of trash, and I got a grit shift blinder on the way, so I'll be installing that when it gets here and doing like a side-by-side comparison of the two. So if you want to install a switch like this yourself, all you got to do, first things first, go ahead and turn the breaker off, disconnect the battery, and probably go ahead and just take the battery out. Also, in the battery video that I did a couple days ago, I mounted this little rubber block to the metal latch right here. Don't do that because when you go to take the battery out, you won't be able to, and I kind of had to just rip it off of there like that. So yeah, don't do that. Also, I wanted to show you guys, I took some of this, like, it's like half quarter inch, like pretty dense foam or whatever, and I just gorilla taped it to the bottom of the battery. And when you slide it down in there, it makes the top lid a lot harder to shut. Like, you gotta really put some force behind it, but it gets the battery in there snug, and it does not move around at all. Alright, so once your battery's out of the way, go ahead and look at your battery cable, follow it up to this black wire here. The headlight connector is going to be right next to it here in this little harness. Don't mess with the battery wire here that I mentioned. It's just an easy way to find the connector you're looking for. There is another connector right here that is gray, and that is not for the headlight. It will fit there. In doing this, I actually found out that if you install the switch here, it'll act as a kill switch. I don't know why you would want that, but if you did, it just cuts the power to the bike. The switch that you're looking for is up here in this little rubber boot. This is hard to do one-handed, but it's going to look like this connector right here. It's going to be black. It's going to have a black part coming out of this end as well. Basically, all you're going to want to do is unhook it and then route the switch down into here and put one end of the switch into that connector. The other end of the switch goes up here into the harness of the bike. Tuck that all back away in there. In order to run the wire, all you got to do is just take off the ignition cover here. I already did this and accidentally deleted the footage, so I'm not going to do it again, but just take one of the included Allen heads that come in the toolkit and just take those two screws out, remove your ignition cover, get it out of the way, and then you can mount the switch up here on the bars, run the wire down, and this is where you route the wires right here into the battery compartment. So once you get your wires routed from the bars down in through the ignition, just go ahead and throw that cover back on, and then if you did it right, should be able to turn the headlight on and off whenever you want now. If you want to be stealthy, you can. If you want to save a little bit of battery, who knows. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, I got a lot of stuff coming. I got to get the vapor blaster done. Just got a compressor for it. Then I can get back to work on the YZ125. I want to hand clean and vapor blast every piece of it. I've got everything all torn apart. I've got all new bearings, seals, gaskets, clutch, everything. That bike's getting rebuilt from the ground up, everything. So stay tuned if that's something that you guys would want to see. And I've also got some other stuff in store that I don't want to blow the surprise yet, but of course going to be keeping up with the Talaria content. Again, I can't thank you guys enough. I really do appreciate it. I enjoy interacting with every single one of you guys. And until next time, peace.